Alright, guys, let's get it started. Here we go. Whoa. Whoa, got a little too excited there. Hey, everybody, it is Frank in my very first Stormgate tournament that myself and Algorithm have organized. It's the Frank and Algo Stormgate tournament. Fast, #1, the Cluck of the Irish. On St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. And if you haven't watched the Boondock Saints yet, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. So, Aaron go bra, have some green beverage of your choosing. And the very first series that we've got lined up is going to be Theory versus JXP, Game 1 in the best of 3 here. So here we see JXP being his very typical self with a very effective dog blocking the natural for Aftermath's Theory, longtime veteran and knower of things when it comes to Stormgate. So the natural does finally get down, and but it looks like JXP's already had his command post up and running for a while now. The Hex and Brute combo, pretty stock standard for going after this health camp. I'm always interested in how the see, now I always go for the center one, but I guess it makes sense. You might as well start with this one and just work your way down the line. Actually, that makes a lot more sense. So the fiends can go. You don't have to guess which critter the fiends are going to go after. All right, Theory preemptively splits his fiends to try to keep the dog away. Oh no, one fiend does go down, and that's pretty annoying. But it looks like Theory does manage to get all of the slimes, gets the health camp. He did have to lose the brute, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine. Brutes are pretty slow, and they're hard to keep up with the mobility of the Vanguard army anyway. Okay, but is he going for anything else just yet? No, there's no put away your wire cutting cheese implements. We don't see any cheese coming out of JXP. I would have thought for sure we would have seen some kind of a turret rush or something like that, but it's very standard. He's going for double mech bay. Interesting. I've always wondered why, like, sometimes I'll see players that will start like 2 production buildings at the same time, and I always wonder about that. Like, why not start one earlier and the next one later, like as you get the money for it? But we are going to see the two sides clashing a little bit here. Gaunt is a little, or Hexen, excuse me, was a little slowed up in the woods there. And this dog, JXP's dog control, man. I remember kind of gushing over KR Bob and like the amount of annoyance that he could bring with just a scout. And it looks like JXP's really like embraced that. He's like, you know what, the scout isn't necessarily great in combat head to head, but yeah, it's really good at being annoying and like going after the food camps and stuff. A couple hedgehogs coming out, nothing too surprising from Jay. Single lancer, one lancer takes out 2 fiends. That was kind of cool, actually. All right, so is he just gonna go? Is this just gonna be a push? Is he gonna go for a push and try to win? He's got 20 more supply on Theory, which is pretty significant. But Theory's got some defender's advantage here. Fellhogs are in it to win it. Skull does manage to get on top of the dog. 2 Lancers, 2 Hogs are causing all kinds of trouble here. 3rd Lancer shows up. Kind of got held up behind those Hedgehogs a little bit. Okay, and yeah, these Hedgehogs are going to be an absolute menace to the... oh no, I think he infested the wrong Lancer. First Magmadon's out though, and now JXP's like, he can kind of poke in here and there, but any sort of committed melee damage is just not going to happen anymore. Good stomps come forward. Does manage to get a Lancer out of the deal. And it looks like, for the most part, Jay's leaving the workers alone, which is kind of surprising. Oh! Yeah, just one Lancer swipe on the imps there is pretty brutal. Oh, and he manages to get a kill on the meat farm. Is that another meat farm starting up? It is. It looks like Jay's going to back off a little bit. Backing off the aggression. I can't believe my eyes, to be honest with you. Truthfully, I'm surprised there isn't like one hedgehog over here that's kind of trying to split the forces up, but I'm not going to backseat cast. Oh, where's that? Okay, skull lands on a hedgehog. It's always been interesting to me that non-biological can still spawn a fiend, but I guess something's got to be piloting those hedgehogs. Alright, two swordmen are pretty low on health, and this guy's still got the infestation going on. There we go. Down to 18 health. Yeah, that's not where you want to be. There's got to be a cabbage around here somewhere. There it is. But does he want to give that to the... Yeah, he gives it to the rocket jeep. Now he's going to come back in here from the northwest. Meanwhile, back at home, Jay took a third. He doesn't have it completely saturated just yet. Woo! Yeah, and this, the Magmadon's saying, stay away from my dudes. Do we see... Okay, so Plague X's is already finished, so everything's going to be getting that infestation as it takes hits from the gaunts. Oh! We do see a Harbinger here. I wonder if... No, did Jay see it? No! Jay does see it! But that means there's a bunch of gaunts that aren't going to be defending at home. Superstone goes down. A couple of Fellhogs are going to come out to try and defend. Oh, no! The Superstone does go down. Yeah, and the Magmadon and a couple of gaunts are over here, and they're going to be able to fend off all these units, which, you know, every second that they're taking infest damage and not actually fighting is a bad time. Alright, couple of bobs going down. Every time a bob isn't working and staying infested, it's just going to be easier to hit later on. More fiends. More. Uh-oh, Lance is getting good hits on this gaunt, though. Yeah, and it looks like the entire army of JXP backed all the way up to his third. But is Theory going to put his gaunts inside of the Harbinger and go to the high ground? Yes, he is. He's going to continue to be annoying, turning all those gaunts, or turning all those bobs into fiends. Oh, you've got to focus fire on these bobs if you want to get the kills. He is bringing them way down on health, though. Beautiful Nightfall infestation, but no, one of the Harbinger gets stasis droned. Uh-oh, it's got 3 gaunts in there, so the moment it's done, yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, it manages to land. Gets a couple of hits off. All right, a couple of hits is better than no hits. I thought for sure it was just going to be a dead drop, but no, that was pretty quick thinking there from Theory. Speaking of Theory, he's researching Venom Trap, and that's got to be for Miasma coming up here next. All right, 2 Magmadons are out, and now Theory's got some breathing room to get more Tier 2 units out. Some of those really deadly, really spicy Hellborn, maybe some more Magmadons. I wonder if he's going to be getting, where's the Hellforge here? He might have already gotten some Magmadon upgrades. Let's check. No stun stomps yet. I mean, color me surprised. I thought for sure he would have had stun stomps by now. Bunch of the rocket jeeps and the sword boys show up to the third of Theory. But do we see another, do we see a... Oh, the Shadow Flyers want to come over and get a piece of that. And they don't. Sentinels have to go wee, all the way back home. In their nerd vessels. Ooh, no repair-o-matic next to the hangar bay. That's, this repair is slow. And JXP doesn't get... Oh, we're seeing another stasis drone on the Harbinger here. Oh, are we going to see another Hedgehog go down? We do. Truthfully, I think I think Gaunts are having a bit of an issue right now, finding, like, where their place is in the... Oh, man, another stasis drone goes down. Oh, and he does manage to land on the high ground on the cliff there. Yeah, but with the Hedgehogs deployed and everything else on, like, being able to hit ground, that's just kind of it for the drop. I'm really liking Sentinels as a counter to drops here, because it really buys your Hedgehogs enough time to get underneath that Harbinger, deploy up, and get ready to, like, just nuke it out of the sky while, I mean, a Vulcan, or take your pick from the low ground stuff, can be on standby to just take it out. Granted, that does tie up your army quite a bit. And here's Theory taking a 4th. He's like, you know what? It's time. It's my time to shine. It's time to spread out on the map and start bringing that money in. He really wants to start cranking out units. And units he's got in spades. Oh, please be... Okay, so he's got Hexen and a bunch of Gaunts. Hexen Gaunts. You know what? I wonder if this is going to be... Miasma on a worker line. Man, I never even thought about that. Miasma on a worker line could be deadly. JXP taking a fourth of his own, but he's, actually, through the magic of power build, they're going to finish right at about the same time. It does require more, workers to not be mining for a power build to work. But if he overmakes workers, I mean, as is the... Oh, what was that? I heard a beep somewhere. Oh, there was the miasma on top of all the bobs, but they do manage to get out of there. Oh, and I love this. The Harbinger's staying in the tall grass, so it's hidden. Oh, beautiful connections there from the Shadow Flyers. Oh no, but the Gaunts got caught creeping through the grass there, and they've got to back up. Yeah, the Harbinger's got to back up. Oh, are they gonna take out the Science Vessel? Not the Sentinel. No, they don't. Almost dies to the infestation damage, but doesn't quite. Corrosive Guts still in. 4 stacks of Corrosive Guts gives minus 200. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness, another beautiful drop here in the natural for JXP. And Theory's just being absolutely relentless when it comes to these drops. He's getting a lot of work done too. That's already 5 fiends means 5 bobs killed. Oh, you have to take off and leave before it gets stasis drone. There it is. There it is. Nope. GG. There's the entire, not GG's, but that's another full Harbinger that bites the dust, unfortunately. Theory over here checking out the center to make sure that JXP's not being a greedy boy and getting the double Luminite and double Therium patches all at the same time here. But JXP coming up for a strong push. Lancer, Hog, Exo, Sentinel. This is a... Oh! Miasma comes down. Nightfall Infestation actually gets quite a few. But there's a lot of Hedgehogs here. I think I'm loving these Miasma... These Miasmas, they're just, they're really zoning back the Vanguard army here. Oh, and here comes the parade of stomps from the Magmadons. The Magmadons are all saying, you know what? You can run, but you can't unstun. Every time that a unit gets stunned, of course it has to stop for whatever the stun duration is. And that means that the Magmadon just gets to keep going forward a little bit further. That on top of the Magmadon speed boost is really going to make a problem for a Vanguard player that's going to be really committed. On top of, like, just sitting inside of Miasma, which, if I'm not mistaken, does times 900, or does times 9 damage for the infestation. So if it's, I believe it's 2 damage per second, instead it would be 18 damage per second. Just on infestation if you're sitting inside of Miasma. Deadly stuff. Oh man, and he's, in Theory's mining, he's like long distance mining from this Luminite patch. I love it. More Miasmas coming down. This is the longest fight known to man. Another Miasma goes down. Now it's going to be getting these high HP units as well as a bunch of Exos. Yeah, that's just... Whoa, Super Stone, another Miasma. Yeah, and the more... I mean, everything is just dying with an Infest on it. So, like, everything turns into... everything is turning into the Fiends. This battle in the middle of... Yeah, this battle in the middle of Secluded is much more epic than I was expecting for a game 1. Ooh, lordy. Another Fiend comes forward and just simply dies. All the glowing green bobs coming forward to act as medics for these Vulcans. Vulcans are very expensive. And they're very tanky. It's well worth repairing them. Like, repair is really good, and it's very free. Like, why would you not? Oh no, a Magmadon and a Gaunt getting caught alone in the fourth of JXP. Oh my goodness, and we see some Spriggans out as well on the map, but actually this might work. We don't see that many Hedgehogs, and we don't see that many Exos. Spriggans might be the move here, but I wonder how JXP is going to respond to this. Another Miasma going down, but targeting the high HP units, not as effective as it could be. But there's so many Exos that are just sitting here taking damage. What, JXP? You're targeting your own... No! You target your bobs for killing your own command post there. Alright, so now we're going to see JXP trying to clean up the central base of Theory, but I think the parade of stomps here from all these Magadons is not going to let it happen. Theory's really well and committed here. Do we see more? Yeah, we see some miasmas underneath there, and there's so much combat going on right now. The Goths are making sure that everything dies in this infesting when it does die. The Spriggans are making sure to do anti-heavy armor, anti-heavy damage from on high. And I think this might be it. JXP is down by nearly 80 supply. There's the GG. Game 1's going to go to Theory. GG's, guys. Alright, guys. Here we are. Game 2 between Theory and JXP in this best of 3 in the Frank and Algo Cluck of the Irish tournament. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. On Broken Crown. Okay, so Theory... Putting his Hexen out there, I really like... This is a very interesting route for the Hexen to take. I'm always... because I'm an Infernal main, I'm always worried about taking the Hexen out of my main to begin with, just a Scout versus a Vanguard player. Just because the Scout, the Vanguard unit, will always win a straight-up fight against a Hexen. And there's Jay being annoying with his dog again. But anyway, yeah, like, sending your Hexen out on the map is... For me, anyway, for my low skill level, is kind of a death sentence for the Hexen. Oh, but he's running around and he's farming the cabbages. He doesn't want the Scout to be able to get the cabbage. Oh, he's hoping that Jay won't notice the skull, and he's hoping he's paying attention somewhere else. Jay's gonna come around and look for cabbages, and he's just gonna find the little red splotch of the cabbage blood. Rest in Pepsi. Yeah, no cabbage for you. No cabbage over here? Yep, that's right. Interesting. Uh-oh, are they going to meet, though? Are they going to meet each other? They may. No, I guess not. Yeah, the Hexen's all the way down here. What was I thinking? Oh, no, because I saw the blue blip on the minimap, and that was a skull, not the Hexen. Yeah, Theory just cleaned up all the cabbages. Wait, no, but Jay must have gotten one, though. Was it the one in the center? Oh, yeah, that's what he was... That's why he cleaned up all the cabbages. He cleaned them all up so he wouldn't have to deal with the dog while he's taking the health camp. Interesting that Theory's not throwing down an effigy here. Just because it's... I would assume you would want the regen for your brute on this, but I guess not. We don't see the Scout anywhere either. At least I don't see the Scout anywhere. No, not there. Not there. Where'd the puppy dog go? Maybe he got eaten. Maybe he got eaten by the fell hogs. I'm not sure. There he is. He's helping out with the health camp down the 6 o'clock. And yeah, and looks like Theory's just going to go for the speed camp, plain and simple. I always have so much trouble with, like, taking these speed camps, especially with the telegraph attacks, when it, like... It moves them around so much. Look, in Theory already micros one fiend over here to start, like, capturing the speed camp in anticipation. Whoa, is he gonna catch the dog? No, he almost caught the dog. That was a bit of a pucker moment there for a second. Alright, you are going to see a hedgehog out on the map finally, but yeah, getting surrounded by hogs and lancers and a couple of fiends is not fun. Theory's entire ground force is about to get decimated here. Not in the literal sense, but... Oh no, and the Hexen's gone as well. Ah, that's a bit of an ouchy moment here. Alright, so another conclave comes down. Now most tier 2 units, okay, Plague X's is coming up, and yeah, Plague X's is like mandatory. Any kind of infest is mandatory for this iteration of Infernals, just because I think in the interview Tim C was saying that he wants the Infernal faction to not be so dedicated to infest that's the only, like, that's their core gameplay mechanic, is that they have to infest everything because it's a dot, and That's how they manage to do efficient damage, is like, because they're so slow, they have to do some kind of damage while they're getting kited or something like that. And right now, that's Infest. But it'll be interesting to see what other branching paths the Infernals take. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, is it going to get... not spotted. Okay. Oh, yes, it was spotted. Never mind. But JXP knows that this is a lot of that's a lot of army that's not at home for Theory, so he can show up and start doing some damage. Superstone goes down, but it is, yeah, it's heavy tag, so it gets nuked down by these by the hedgehogs. The Lancer's also doing bonus to structure, which still surprised. Like, it'll catch me off guard every now and then when I see it. It's like Lancers are an anti-structure unit. It's just kind of surprising to me. Alright, Theory microwing his Harbinger back here. Make sure that everything stays infested, even as it's retreating. Wants to load up his Harbinger and turn 360 degrees and moonwalk out the door. Now, if we could have a moonwalking Harbinger. Tim C, I know you're watching. He watches, guys. He watches. Alright, let's see what Theory's researching, though. Is he going for... He's going for Venom Trap next. I think he... I don't want to say he skipped it, but he didn't get Reaper's Rush, right? No, he's going for Miasmas immediately after, Plague Axes. No! Theory! Looks like it didn't get spotted, though! Immediately lifts off. Gets one more Bob. Oh, no. Lifts off and takes off with 2 gaunts and a brood. Boop. And he disappears. Hellforge finally coming up. There's the Miasma. Hellforge is 6.5. The Hellforge is like the one structure that I keep forgetting to make. Which really bites me when I need my Magmadons to be fast and have the stun stomps, but there you go. That's why Theory's gonna... That's why Theory has a much better chance of winning this tournament than if I had played. Because he doesn't forget upgrade buildings. Go figure. Upgrades are really good in RTS. Okay, the third for Theory is coming online, but it looks like Jay's third has been up and running, and it's almost fully saturated here pretty soon. Sentry Post coming online. Whoa, another drop goes down. Sentry Post goes down. What was that? Oh, was that a Mag Gaunt drop? A couple of Gaunts and a Mag are so good. Just because they're, the infestation potential on top of Magmadons being able to do that AoE damage is just insane. Oh no! Okay, the Harbinger gets the Stasis Drone, pops up, dies again. Magmadon's gonna stomp on forward, but everything in JXP's army is just way too fast. Vulcan charge bonks the Magmadon and gets stunned, and yeah. Oh, but we see a push down here from Theory down to the south. Throws down a couple of Venom Traps right in the mining line. 2 Hexen go down though, and it's just a single Bob that takes all that damage. No! Another Stasis Drone goes down on the Magadon. Yeah. Sorry, Magmadon. Sorry, Magma Bro. That's it for you, buddy. Wish you got more done. Man, these Stasis Drones are just insane against these high HP units that the Infernals have. And not just in the sense that, like, it prevents them from doing a lot of damage, but Infernals are already really slow, and when they have something that's either blocking their way forward, or even if you throw a Stasis Drone, like, not exactly in the back line, but kind of like, not like behind the front line, it creates an obstacle where the your opponent needs to, like, walk around them if they want to get away. Alright, Meat Farm, good boy, get him, Fellhogs. And a Superstone go down, but it looks like JXP is just going to rotate around to the west here and attack from a different direction. Lancers sprint through the trees, and they're going to start nuking down this shrine. Yeah, it's just gone. It's simply gone. Oh, it doesn't quite take out the Sentinel, though, but it does get infested. Down it goes. I was going to say, I'm very surprised to see these Vulcans running away from 2 Brutes and 2 Gaunts. Turns around, but the Stompy boys are here. The boys are back in town. A couple of miasmas going down. And yeah, these Hedgehogs are just going to chill inside of the miasma, taking more and more infestation damage. Like I said, it's 8, or I believe it's 18 damage per second. I'll check the Wikipedia as soon as we're done with this series, but that's all dependent on whether or not we're going to go to game number 3. And it's looking like we might be. All these Magrodons are just getting stasis droned and then immediately nuked by the Hedgehogs. Not the Fellhogs! There's so many Fellhogs! Oh no, throwing down another effigy might actually be prudent here, just to make sure that the Shroud extends to the bottom of the ramp. Doesn't matter though, these the Magrodons able to chomp down on a Fiend or a Fellhog to replenish their white health is pretty good. Do we see Reaper's Rush? Oh no, we see the Dry Heave from Core Gaunt. Magrodons start stomping their way forward. No! Yeah, and then that's the... Wait, what are they doing? No! Oh! Alright, so now we've got some Shadow Flyers to deal with the Sentinels, but is it going to be too little too late? No, but it's going to scare off the Sentinels, kind of. There we go. Get the Magrodon back on Shroud. Let him eat a Fellhog or Fiend. You got your Golden Corral buffet of hell creatures there. Oh, and the sieged up Hedgehogs are not going to let those Shadow Flyers come anywhere near the Sentinels. And now the assault on the Natural can well and truly begin for JXP. He's got the Magrodon and the Gaunts, kind of their backs up against the wall here. Another Stasis Drone goes down on this poor Magrodon. And yeah, JXP is pretty well anchored here. I don't know what Theory can do. Okay, he did get some pretty good stomps, but again, that the Stasis Drone is just absolutely brutal, taking out the throwing into stasis the Magrodon, buying time for these Hedgehogs and the Lancers or the Vulcans to just nuke down the Shrines and the Imps as well. Theory GG's, and we are going to game 3 in this best of 3. GG's, guys. Alright, guys, here we are on Furious Resolve, the angry dedication between JXP and Theory. Game 3 in the best of 3. Can't believe we're having a stunner of a show match this early in the tournament, and it looks like, oh no, it looks like Jay's gonna spot the, looks like he's gonna find Theory's base right away. But I think Theory already knows where, just the nature of how fast the dog got there, plus he didn't see the scout coming from the north, kind of tells him that, yeah, JXP's over to on the lower left, and Theory's obviously in the lower right here. Having to fireball and... Oh. JXP, you're such a troll, dude. I love you, man. The annoying dog micro is an art form, really, that JXP is pretty much perfected. Yeah, and the dog comes back, and is going to continue to be annoying to the Imp. I don't know what this Imp is meant to be doing, if it's meant to be, like, building a production structure or what, but whatever it wanted to do, you know, the Imp says, Mom told me I could grow up and be anything, so I became a meat farm. I was sacrificed to the fiery pits to become a meat farm, and honestly, not the worst way to go. There's worse things to be in life than a warm, cuddly nest for the bipedal hatching critters known as Fellhogs. Cutest boys in the entire game. It's not my opinion, it's a fact. It's not an opinion if it's factual, alright, guys? It's, you know, yeah, that's math. That's math. Ask Algo. He knows. He's a bit of a knower himself. Alright, so we do see... Oh no, the single Lancer and the single Scout are going to come over here, and they're a big problem for just a Brute and a Hexen. Oh no, the skull lands on the Lancer. No, this is terrible. Skull, what are you doing? You're drunk. Oh no, okay. a third, okay, a third Fiend pops out, and he's going to be able to get this Lancer. He should be able to. No! Okay, woo! Woo! What is this? What is this ultra early game, like, micro insanity here? I actually really enjoyed that. That was really cool to watch. Okay, so the couple of Fiends get over here, and they're going to scout the main, which has... nothing. The robot boys are going to turn around and say, hey, leave us alone. Hey, I'm working here. Lancer uses his Foe Splitter Blade, which is still the coolest name for a weapon in an RTS game, I think. I would even say that Foe Splitter is a cooler name for a weapon than Frostborn. Changed my mind. All right, changed my mind. By the way, they did manage to... I saw the Lancers, they gave like a courteous nod as they passed the Noble Beast there. That is the mascot of the Frank and Algorithmore Stormgate tournament. Number 1, the Cluck of the Irish. A couple of hedgehogs. Hogs on hogs. Hog on hog violence. You hate to see it. It's 2025. You'd think there would be a... There would be a little bit more understanding. But yeah, the rocket jeeps and the swordmen coming on over to harass these poor little imps. They do have a couple of gaunts out already, but yeah, they're not going to last long, especially in melee range of the Lancers. Oh no, this is turning into a disaster catastrophe. Yeah, another hedgehog shows up, another swordman shows up. Superstone goes down. There we go. That ought to tell him. That ought to show him. Hexen goes down, which was his only source of infestation for the moment, but Plague X is, there we go, 3/4 done. Won't be his only source of infestation for a second here. But yeah, Theory's got to play turbo defense. He's just really on his back foot. I don't want to say contained, because he's still trying to be out on the map, and yeah, actually getting this health camp would be huge, because Infernals have no way of restoring their core health. They're at least not their units. Their units can benefit from the health buff, but once their buildings take damage, they take damage. That's kind of it. Which is a little unfortunate in my opinion. Like, the other two factions do manage to they can recover health in their own ways. Ooh, man, good infest going down from both of these gaunts. Oh no! Keeping good infest stacks on these units. Yeah, now Theory's got to rush back home with... Oh, and he wasn't able to take the, Well, he managed to kill the critters, but he's got to get home. He has to get home sooner than later just to defend all of his stuff. Ah, man. And behind all that, though, JXP and Theory are still neck and neck in terms of supply. They keep on, like, one-upping one another. It's like, all right, 53 supply, 54 supply, 55 supply. And they keep tagging each other out. Hedgehog's getting all infested there, all infestified. Do manage to see a... Ooh, that's a bold usage of... Oh, nice Nightfall infestation, though. Oh, but he turns the sentry turret into a repair-o-matic, my favorite unit in the game. One of my favorite units in the game, excuse me. And yeah, as long as these gaunts keep infesting hedgehogs, yeah, it looks like they're able to out-DPS the healing that the repair-o-matic provides. You know what? I actually really like this. I wonder if the infest that's getting onto the it's getting onto the bombs. Oh no! Can they make it in? They do. That was wild. I thought for sure like the gaunts were gonna all go down, the fiends were all gonna go down, but the crazy harbinger micro from Theory manages to save just about everything. Now when they land, it's gonna be a different story. Yeah, everything is low life. Everything's like super low health. Oh, Buzzsaw Cannon does get a fiend. Yeah, and he's just going to go home. Better to go home, use them to take a health camp or something like that. The Vision camp already got taken, actually. And, yeah, Theory's actually now behind a full... Not a full third base, but most of a third base. But he's still running around the map, balancing that out by supporting his eco with camps. Because he's an Infernal, and taking the camps on the map is kind of an Infernal's job. It's their niche, if you will. I know some of you like to pronounce it niche, and you're wrong. It's niche, all right? I'm American, and we mispronounce things. That's kind of our thing. All right. Whoa, are we going to see a spicy moment here? Oh, no. Poor little imp. No, not the... 2 imps? What are you doing? Oh, the ninja. Now this is a certified hood classic. We've got the ninja base here from. All right, the buzzsaw cannon's taken out, and I think most, if not all, of those bobs were turned into fiends. Oh no, the bobs retreating. They're doing their little heal hugs, but what's going to happen here with the rocket jeeps? Looks like they're all going to get taken out, and they're infested, so they're just going to turn into more fiends. And yeah, Theory's got two drops going on at the same time at two different bases for JXP. I don't think there's much mining happening, to be honest. But yeah, he needs to get back mining. But man, this Harbinger play on Furious Resolve is pretty spicy. Somebody call Sean from Hot Ones. This is getting good. Buzzsaw Cannon is actually going to do fantastic work here against the Fiends and the Gaunts, but before too much can get done, they load back up into the Harbingers, turn 360 degrees, and moonwalk out the door. Alright, so Theory's going to chill for a little bit, use his army to get a camp there, and JXP's like almost got no option. No, don't send an entire. What was that? That's like you sent like Delta Force against one guy just mining his rocks. That was so mean. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no, JXP pulled the boys. He's like, "Oh, you want to see aggro? We can do aggro." My name's JXP, and looking good and no worries is my game. Theory floating upwards of 1k Luminite, and he does have the supply advantage for now. Superstone does get dropped, and it's actually kind of preferred. Oh, full on base trade situation though. But if Jay can throw down a single sentry post, before he gets eliminated. If Jay, please, for the love of all that is Fel Hogs, there we go, the Rongo Bongo! No! Jay, please don't tell me this is a Rongo Bongo. Okay, no, Jay doesn't have enough energy to do a worker overcharge, but he does manage to throw down another command center here, command post, excuse me, while the Vulcans are doing splash damage on both the Conclaves and the Shrine. I think he doesn't know about the bases up here, though. Theory's got, like, another entire quadrant all to himself. Oh, no. Did he not spot this command post? This is the best first match that I could have asked for. Thank you guys so much. The double teleport back from the Harbingers just so they can load up imps and, yeah, go away. One imp, one lone survivor, if you will, stuck there holding a glowing green rock. I don't know if drawing attention to yourself is what you want to be. Oh! Alright, yeah, Theory absolutely saw this command post. I think he's just letting Jay get it all out of his system before, you know, giving Jay the opportunity to bow out. There we go. Jay does reset Theory to, well, not to tier 1, tier 2 anyway. And, I don't know, is Theory going to max out here? Is he going to max out before taking out the last building? No, that was the last structure, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't see any more. No, he's got another one. Oh, of course he has another command post. Why not? Why not have another command post at, you know, minute 11:31? You've got 55 supply, including mobs. You know what? The tenacity, the spirit of the competition. JXP saying, if you want me out of this game, you're gonna have to force me out of this game. Bit of a low moment here though for JXP. He does kill a harmless, innocent Felhog over there. By the way, Frost Giant, if you're watching, Felhogs need a buff. Please, they did not deserve that nerf that they got earlier. You know, please patch that at your earliest convenience. And thank you. What a no! But the Bobs managed to another command post. What am I watching? What am I watching here? Oh man, Jay, you god. You absolute god. Ladies and gentlemen, JXP, I don't know how his inbox on LinkedIn is not flooded this very moment. But he's gonna continue to take down this shrine. Throws down another command bow. What am I watching? The quadruple bongo? The quadruple bongo. Actually, he's got enough energy now. He can do it. Oh no, he needs a tier 2, doesn't he? Does he need a tier 2 command center? Oh, and he's mining more. He wants the quintuple bongo. What is this game? No, not the bombs. Oh, did he really manage to get a? Okay, so he does manage to get a. Oh no, I thought he was going to kill the. The idea was to kill the stasis drone, and then rush forwards and then stun the Harbinger so he could like nuke it down with all the gaunts inside. Okay, good repairs from the Bobs here. There it is, the Rongo Bongo, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the observation abilities though of the Sentinel are not to be underestimated. Theory, not at 300 supply yet, is actually kind of surprising, but here's the... No! There's the GG! GG's, guys. Theory takes the series 2-1. What an absolute fiesta. What an absolute fiesta of a first round. GG's, guys. Thank you so much for the good games.